You need to hear this if you're a social media user. The 21st century has witnessed a dramatic shift in the landscape of warfare. While traditional battlefields still exist, a new front has emerged, the digital realm. Here, psychological warfare thrives, exploiting the pervasive nature of social media to manipulate public opinion and sow discord. This form of conflict transcends geographical boundaries, targeting the minds of citizens and shaping their perceptions of reality. No longer confined to leaflets and radio broadcasts, psychological operations now leverage the immediacy and reach of platforms like Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Social networks, with their vast and interconnected user bases, have become fertile ground for disseminating propaganda and misinformation. The speed at which information, regardless of its veracity, can spread through these channels is astounding. Algorithms designed to maximize engagement often prioritize sensational content, creating a breeding ground for emotionally charged narratives that bypass critical thinking. The very fabric of truth becomes blurred as fabricated stories, doctored images, and misleading videos masquerade as genuine news. This new age of information warfare presents a significant challenge to global security. With the lines between fact and fiction increasingly blurred, it becomes difficult to discern credible sources from those seeking to manipulate. Governments, organizations, and individuals must navigate this complex landscape with heightened awareness, recognizing the subtle ways in which psychological warfare can influence their thoughts and actions. The consequences of inaction are significant, potentially leading to heightened tensions, eroded trust in institutions, and even physical violence incited by online narratives. Understanding the mechanics of psychological warfare in the digital age is paramount to combating its insidious effects and safeguarding the integrity of information in an increasingly interconnected world. Recent conflicts, particularly the ongoing tensions between India and Pakistan and the Israel-Hamas war, offer stark examples of psychological warfare playing out in the digital age. In the aftermath of Operation Sindoor, a military operation conducted by India in May 2025, social media platforms were inundated with a barrage of misinformation. Fabricated videos depicting non-existent drone attacks, destroyed Indian army posts, and missile strikes flooded Twitter and Facebook feeds. These false narratives, often accompanied by inflammatory language aimed at inciting fear and anger, quickly gained traction amongst certain online communities. The intent was clear: to sow discord within Indian society, erode trust in the government's handling of the situation, and project an image of instability and weakness to the international community. Similar tactics have been employed in the context of the Israel-Hamas conflict. Hamas, in a calculated strategy to exploit existing societal rifts within Israel, has effectively utilized hostage videos as psychological weapons. The release of these videos, often timed to coincide with anti-government protests, has a profound impact on Israeli public sentiment. The images of captured soldiers and civilians evoke strong emotional responses, intensifying debates over military service, the fate of hostages, and the government's approach to negotiations. These videos serve as a stark reminder of the human cost of the conflict and exert immense pressure on the Israeli government to seek a resolution, even if it involves concessions that might not align with the broader strategic objectives. The use of such emotionally charged content highlights the potency of psychological warfare in shaping public discourse and influencing policy decisions. While social media platforms are undeniably awash in misinformation, it is crucial to distinguish between the chaotic spread of false narratives and true information warfare. The former, often driven by individual actors or loosely organized groups, thrives on sensationalism and emotional appeal. These campaigns lack the strategic coordination and articulation that characterize true psychological operations. They are akin to throwing mud at a wall and hoping something sticks, aiming to generate outrage and confusion rather than advance a cohesive narrative. True information warfare, on the other hand, is characterized by a deliberate, methodical approach. It involves meticulous planning, target identification, and the crafting of narratives specifically tailored to exploit existing societal divisions and advance political objectives. It is not simply about spreading falsehoods. It is about blending truth and falsehoods in a way that is both believable and impactful. The goal is not just to deceive, but to manipulate perceptions, influence decision-making, and ultimately shape the course of events to one's advantage. Influencers, with their large and dedicated followings, play a significant role in amplifying misinformation and blurring the lines between legitimate information and propaganda. Whether intentionally or unwittingly, they contribute to the echo chamber effect, where individuals are primarily exposed to information that confirms their existing biases. This is particularly potent in the context of social media algorithms, which prioritize content based on user engagement. When influencers, often motivated by the pursuit of clicks, likes, and shares, promote or endorse false narratives, their followers are more likely to accept that information uncritically. This is further compounded by the fact that many social media users do not venture beyond their own curated feeds, limiting their exposure to diverse perspectives and fact-checked information. The result is a polarized information environment where individuals become entrenched in their own echo chambers, susceptible to manipulation and increasingly distrustful of opposing viewpoints. Please note, the views and opinions expressed in this video are those of the creators and do not necessarily reflect the official policy or position of YouTube.